Ninja and Flannel. We are here at SHOT Show 2025 in the new product section. We're going to rip through every single new product that was released this year, at least in this section of the show. It's going to be quick, so hang on, and here we go. So we've got a Ruger Mini 14 and 300 Blackout. Not something I would get, but it's pretty cool. Brass tumblers handguard from 1791 Industries. Holsters from Dara. They have a whole new line of concealed carry stuff we checked out during the show. This is some kind of AR, not sure exactly what it is. Handguards, twin power long throw flashlight. That's actually pretty cool. Moving on down, we have Blade Tech holsters. We looked at these before. These are really, really heavy duty. Probably gonna hit these guys up because these look pretty sweet. So Olight has actually come out with their new red dot series called the O-Sight. Interestingly enough, it's a little different than what we're used to, but it actually has a magnetic charger built into the top. Kind of cool. We're gonna see that on my channel in the near future. I have that coming up. There's Kestrels here, airsoft, what do you call this thing? AT4 type deal. Pretty sweet, not exactly applicable to me yet, but pretty cool. Here's a Skull Crusher that looks fancier. It looks more padded than the regular ones. If you don't like a helmet, this might actually be a decent option. Moving on down, I forget this brand name, S-Pro. This is kind of a different take on the Flux Raider, and it's for a Glock. And that actually looks pretty nice. I'm more of a PCC guy myself, but this is pretty interesting. So Daniel Defense here, they've got a PCC and the Hudson 9, which is a pretty popular pistol. I haven't messed with it too much, but it does in fact exist. We have a lot of precision, customizable things like lower receivers and precision receivers, stuff like that. And this is from Timber Creek. More stuff like of that same category. There's a lot of precision stuff this year. Optics, we're not gonna go into that too much. Something we've got here, which we actually have a whole video on you can check out, is Shaw Armament suppressors. These are actually pretty cool. They got one called the Fatty or something like that. That is probably our favorite one there. You'll have to check that out for yourself. Moving on down the line, we've got new PVS 14E from AGM, which is pretty sweet. If you're getting a night vision, that's something you're gonna wanna check out for sure. Going on down the line here, just trying to pick up the highlights. Shallow Tech, this is one of my personal favorites. These are actually chassis that fix the 365, which I personally think sucks. No offense to all you millions of people who have them. But this, basically, you take your guts out of 365, drop it in there, and it makes it into a completely different pistol. Pretty neat concept. And we've got Gideon Optics, has a few new ones. I actually have a video on this Granite coming soon. Their Granite Optic is pretty cool. It's very boxy, but it kind of gives you the same effect of an SRO from Trigicon for competitions or PCCs, if you go that route. On through here, helmets, MP5s, nothing new, noteworthy there to talk about. Kershaw's got a few knives. They come out if you're a knife guy. I don't do any Kershaw's. Going on over here, we have an aiming laser, it looks like, from, interesting, we gotta check these guys out. Lion Gears Inc. This might be worth checking out later in the show, but it also looks affordable. JK Armament has a new can, which is their 155 RPX 9mm. I actually have a video on the PCX coming soon, so I'm kind of curious of what the changes are with this. We'll have to figure that out later on. We got some body armor here. It looks very law enforcement-like. Now, this is from American Animal Arms. We got a whole video with them coming pretty soon here. This is neat. They actually integrated their wire inside of the handguard for cable management, so you don't no longer using zip ties, tape, or whatever else. And there's also a shield in there. They've also run this full auto a lot, so it is still temperature safe for your cables, and it's really neat how much it cleans up your system. Everything is right inside, and it's still guarded from your barrel. These are awesome. Make sure you check out my other video we did with them. So in this cabinet, we actually have the trigger cam, which is pretty cool. You can mount it to your scopes. You can actually see a POV. It might be there more for you fellow influencers, or if you're doing hunting of sorts and you really want a POV field of view when you're hunting. Omni Hybrid AR, that's nothing too exciting. This is kind of cool, the Ballista little mini crossbow. I didn't really check it out, but just look at it now. It's kind of awesome. Moving on down the line. Oh, actually, Pitbull Tactical. These are really good EDC mags. You can put them inside the waistband or outside the waistband, and they are adjustable with a kind of a rubber retention down to single stack all the way to double stack in every caliber. Really highly recommend these. I will have a full video of those coming pretty soon. American Defense MFG. It looks like a lower chassis. SIG pocket knives. Nothing noteworthy here. There's a lot of knives this year at SHOT. I mean, I'll probably post a video called Knives of SHOT Show coming soon. You can look into that. There's just knives everywhere here. You could almost call it Blade Show at this point. So this guy's from Katma Arms. I didn't do a full video on this, but these are pretty cool. These are in fact Turkish shotguns, but handling them, I would think that they're going to be pretty nice. We won't know until we ever try one, but at least the first impressions are pretty cool. They got an adjustable cheek rest here that actually seems to blend in well. And they're cool. They make a bunch of different color schemes. I wouldn't get this one, but they make a blacked out version of this that looks sick. So make sure you check that guy out. Oh, this is something. So Tor, they made this new 9mm pistol, and it copied the thing that Springfield did with the XDs that we all love. Yeah, so you can take that for what you want, but I wouldn't take it in any form. We got the Chiappa Rhino. This isn't very popular. These are kind of the color schemes where I would never buy, but they're really fun to look at, and they are apparently really nice to shoot. I would like to get my hands on one at some point. And then here we have the Nemo Arms Mongoose. This we will also have a full video on. This is a really, really cool PCC that's come out recently. I think this is gonna get a lot of other companies to run for their money. That's a really cool, innovative design. They also have ARs as well, but ARs are ARs, so if you're an HK guy, they came out with the VP9A1, which I'm not sure exactly the differences on it, but if you're an HK guy, you're probably gonna wanna check that out. There's also the CC9 here, which I like to kind of get my hands on and see how it feels. It's like a borderline subcompact, which is pretty cool. Oh, we've got tactical socks. There's a surprising amount of socks. Banish, it looks like they came out with a new suppressor. This is actually a tiny 9mm suppressor. I would be curious of how effective it is, but it is kind of sick, I will say. So here's the Fostech 50 cal drum mag for when you have big problems that are far away and many. This is pretty sweet. It's all aluminum from what I can tell, maybe some steel mixed in, but this is a chunky boy that just makes your 50 cal a little bit heavier. It is honestly awesome. This mag alone makes me want to get a Barrett. So here's a Bear Creek Grizzly 102 compact pistol. Their Grizzly is basically Glock clones. They come optic ready, milled and everything. They do require some maintenance when you get them. You'll see my full video coming soon, but it's another Glock clone. They also have their bolt action AR, which is seemingly completely useless unless you live in a state that you cannot hunt with semi-auto. In that sense, it is Bear Creek, so you're gonna wanna make sure you do some maintenance when you get it, and I'll just say beware. Here's one of the most innovative designs of SHOT Show, and it is one of the most crazy things in the history of human insanity that anyone's ever thought of. And this is a cage that goes on your muzzle device instead of your suppressor. Then it adds a second set of threads for your suppressor for the sole purpose of keeping your suppressor from getting scratched or allegedly getting hot, although it looks like it would get hot. It's very creative, but probably 150% useless. We also have here is the AMMJ Solutions. This is an IR luminaire and aiming laser. These are very, very affordable. If you want to get more details on that, go back. We're going to have a whole video on that as well, hopefully. So check that out, AMMJ Solutions, very cool. Hargo-san has come out with a couple of aiming lasers and stuff like that. I'd like to see how they perform. I've heard that the Iris is going to be performing with the big names, and it's actually decently affordable. So pretty cool. We have another tactical lever action for people who are into that. So in our original run of these new products, where we were a little quicker, we kind of joked about this being excellent for CQB, but realistically, this is the HM Defense 50 BMG Gen 2. This thing is so freaking cool. It's just, you look at the machining and the bulkiness, it's just what we all truly need in life and want with complete practicality.